Hello and welcome back to This or That with Kobe and Dash, presented by the lovely Verizon.
That's me. Well, I'm not Verizon, I'm Dash.
Yeah.
I would like to be Verizon.
Moneybags over here.
Yeah, right. Week 2 was a pretty sick week. We saw kind of the resurgence of Cloud9, perfect gaming FlyQuest.
Honey Thieves came to play, baby.
That as well, man. Best record so far in summer. We're gonna dive into week 3 slides, but just before we do, I wanna throw this out to all of you who are watching. Hit us up on Twitter or in the comments below with any this or that slides that you might have at the top of mind, and we'll look to include them in future episodes. But with that in mind, I think we got 8 slides to get through today. Kobe, let's check out what they got for us.
Number 1 is more representative for Immortals.
Oh.
First week or the second week? Of course, you're gonna be somewhere in between. Honestly, I'm a positive guy, okay? I'm gonna go with glass half full. I'm gonna go with the record-setting goal difference at 15.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Xerxes having the best games that he has had since he came to the LCS. I'm gonna go with the first week.
Okay, I'm gonna take that half full glass and I'm gonna dump it out. And I'm gonna go with
look at that smiling face.
Unfortunately,
look at that smiling face.
Look, I'm with you. I want that to be the actual representation of Immortals. I just don't think that it is in reality. And I think maybe they're a little bit closer to the 0-3. Again, they are somewhere in between.
Okay.
But the to me, the perfect picture of it was the game where Xerxes was on Gragas and was like 0-6. They had such an amazing start to that game and still didn't manage to close it out. That to me speaks to the problems that this team is going to have when it comes to breaking into that top tier of teams, is that they're still going to struggle to convert really solid leads into victory.
Okay, poo-poo face, next slide.
I'm sorry, Immortals.
Better counter pick for Gwen. Is it Akali? Is it Gangplank? Is it Riven? I'm gonna say Riven because I want to see that now. I want to see it now.
We need Viper back though for that to happen.
Revenge is playing in the LCS, all right? Honestly, the Akali one looked to be the most successful, but damn if I don't want to see that Riven.
I'm gonna go with Akali. Again, I'm with you. Riven is so exciting to watch, and if we do get that pulled out, I would love to be proven wrong. I'm gonna go with Akali because I think it has already kind of demonstrated itself to be that, as well as I think melee champions are particularly suited, melee assassins particularly suited to dealing with her W. You just need to be inside it anyway to do damage, so get in there and execute.
The key for me is that Akali, you take Ignite top, you can cut through her healing, go for the kills on your power spikes, using your ultimate, and until then, you get to disengage with the Shroud, you get to disengage with the Shuriken.
There it is.
What do we got next?
Easy one. Give us the next slide. Better bot lane. Is it Raes and Destiny or FBI and Huhi? It's FBI and Huhi, no question. Absolutely.
Honestly, I was even the glass half full Immortals on the first slide and the smiling face and the 3-0 on the record setting. And I'm still going with FBI and Huhi. Boom!
Monsters from spring.
Keep it up, honestly. 100 Thieves with Reaper signed, with Abadaga signed in the mid lane. This team is going to the moon, James.
I just want to throw one last thing. I think it was Emily Rand who told me this week that she had spoken to Huhi, and Huhi just now is beginning to believe that he's fully realized his potential, like becoming a full support. Like years after this role swap, he's like, oh, now I'm good. I'm like, dude, you've been good for a little while.
Next step is to go beyond your limits plus ultra.
Yes, there it is.
Let's get the next slide. That was an easy one, baby.
They're softballing them to us today.
More exciting rework. Dr. Mundo or Tahm Kench. I gotta say, the Dr. Mundo one has not impressed me. They added Zach Blobs on him for his little passive, and he's just weaker now. I feel like every time I played against him, I've been able to kill him. So,
but this hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it hasn't. That's why I'm gonna say this one's better. Because I'm not sold on that one.
You know what? I like it. Kobe's living in his imagination, and I'll do that as well. So we still, there's green blue skies for Tahm Kench and what he might become. I'm jumping on the catfish train as well.
Yeah, I actually haven't even paid too close of attention to what even the plans are, because they change those so much.
We don't look that far ahead, because that becomes confusing
then
for us.
Then you say that on air, and
exactly. We already got to talk about a patch behind what's live. If we start looking into the future, then it's going to get real confusing watching the LCS. What do you got for us next? This one, harder to spot. Is it a Chameleon and Octopus or Mark after losing a bet? How could you not go with that one? I mean, he might not actually be the hardest to spot, but man, he tries. get away.
When I was making that bet, I was sure I was going to win.
What a dumb
I
bet.
did not think it was going to be this quickly, though.
That's true. But also, you guys didn't actually bet anything.
So we're going with the tried and true, the classic. He's going to cosplay.
Okay.
Since we had a backlog lost bet by Azale, which I don't even remember what the bet was, but it was
dear
cosplay
Lord.
Ezreal. So Azale's cosplaying Ezreal.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, and Mark is going to be Lux. So we have an Ezreal Lux, which honestly is going to make me feel left out as the only non.
They're gonna do it on the same day, right? Yeah. And then do you become the loser of the bet?
Yeah, they're looking at me like,
situation?
actually, you're the underdressed one.
Right.
You're the loser.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mark is easy to spot though.
He is pretty easy to spot there.
I'm gonna go with the Octopus just
They
because
are
of
masters
these
of-
pictures. Like that is
Can
actually
you
ridiculous.
outline the octopus?
Yes.
Okay.
I can see it
Well,
right
then
there. All
maybe
those
that none of them are
the
stealthy.
suction cups give them
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Got him. Next
I like
slide.
the octopus. Let's go.
Boom, boom. More exciting matchup on Sunday. Honestly, this is so packed. Our Sunday
Yes.
is going to be Super Sunday. Top 4 LCS teams.
I'm curious where you land on this.
As far as more exciting matchup, I'm looking at this one because of the way that Team Liquid ended last week with this Akali from Jenkins and kind of putting a twist on this drama of the top lane benching and the tweets that have been slinging around, pitted against 100 Thieves, which are now on their 3-0-1 run. All their new acquisitions for summer are fully realizing their potential, and it feels like this is just such an upheaval of the North American LCS standards.
So this would be there if I thought TSM had a chance.
Oh, whoa!
I don't think TSM has a chance.
Whoa!
No.
Really?
Cloud9 is back.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
I like this hot take.
There it
James.
is.
He's in here.
Not a chance. Not a chance. And so I am going to go with you on 100 Thieves versus Team Liquid because I actually think the conversation has begun about whether or not Team Liquid remains in that top 4 conversation with Jenkins in the lineup. Ever since that benching's happened and 100 Thieves has gone hot and TL has kind of taken a little bit of a plateau slash
in that
dive.
last game?
Like, they got to compete here.
In the last game, Jenkins was the best player on that team.
He was, and I'm not saying, but that's my point is like, whether they figured out how to play with him or not might more be the issue than Jenkins himself. But 100 Thieves has looked good, and they're looking to take that spot away from TL as one of the previous final contenders.
Let's go to the next slide, but I do want to submit that TSM definitely has a chance.
They don't have a chance. No chance. I'm sorry, TSM fans. It's
What
done.
is stronger right now? AD mids or AP mids? And I think that these examples
that's tough.
are kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because just generally, I'm going to go with AD mids because that includes for me Viego, it includes for me Lee Sin. These are AD carry mids in the picture.
Right.
But I'm going to, stretch a little further.
What about Karma, though? That's an AP using mid laner.
That's because of the jungle that you pair with her.
I don't know if I support that. What about it? Okay.
Perks LeBlanc, pretty good
That's
case.
the thing, right? And then, even Power of Evil on LeBlanc popped off, right? The Lucian wasn't working for him, but the LeBlanc did work.
Did you see the Jensen Victor, though?
Victor needs to just
Okay,
disappear. People need to stop playing that champion. He's garbage. He's absolute garbage. I'm going to go with the AP mids. While I recognize the power of the AD mids, I think what you see here is just the two extremes. You see the ability still to take over a game, like a lot of these early-oriented AD carries can do in pushing and building big leads, but you also have the game-changing ultimates coming out of the AP mid laners, like Orianna, even a Victor, if you're going to play it. Smashing that ultimate down on somebody can be super relevant.
I'm not sold.
Okay.
Next slide.
Then we stay on opposite sides.
Next food to divide the analyst desk. Deep dish pizza. Is that very divided? Because I
Well,
I
what's
love
the
it.
question? Is the question whether or not it's pizza, or is the question whether or not it's good?
That is good.
I like deep dish. Yeah, deep dish is good, but I don't think it's pizza.
Okay, that's a completely different tangent.
Exactly.
I feel like.
Right, like-
you can call it a pie or whatever the hell you want.
Sure.
Tofu.
Having it.
I feel like that's gonna be
That's
dividing.
gonna divide the crap out of the desk. Absolutely. I bet you there are multiple. I bet you Crumbs loves tofu. I bet you I don't know. Mark doesn't. Mark's on my side, not liking tofu.
I'm a tofu eater.
You're a tofu
I wouldn't
eater?
say that I love it, but I'm definitely down for eating tofu. Okay,
just-
so have you watched Game Changers on Netflix?
I have not. Should I?
I think you should.
Okay.
There's some good
That
stuff
was
in
not the most glowing endorsement.
It's not supposed to be a big sell here, but
Okay.
there's some good stuff in
A
it.
minor sell.
There's some kernels in there.
Okay.
I'm not switching over to a plant-based diet.
Yeah.
But I am, trying to incorporate more.
Right.
So,
A little less red meat.
and the tofu with good seasoning can be fine. It can be good. I will say, deep dish pizza, and oh my God, growing
Right.
up, we had an insanely good one, even in Northern California.
Okay.
So I'm completely sold on the deep dish pizza.
Let's go get
whatever
some
you wanna
deep
call
dish
it.
after
All right,
this.
let's go.
Screw the tofu.
That's gonna wrap it up for this episode of This or That. Thank you for joining. Remember to send us in any slides that you think are good and might get featured on the show.
They might. They have to be
No
good.
promises. No promises.
Okay?
We'll see you next week.
None of that garbage. Like tofu.